Folks, welcome into this series, a great series called The 7 Financial Blind Spots. I'm Coach Pete, joined with Mr. David Foster from Asset Protection Professionals right here in Atlanta. David, welcome in.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Now, 7 points we're going to cover today, not in any order in particular, but they all mean a big thing for someone planning their retirement or just trying to get started with retirement. It's from anyone in their 20s all the way to their 80s and between. So the first one to talk about is having written goals. How important is it to have goals written down about what you want to have happen with your money?
Yeah, I think goals are, the foundation of what, anything you're trying to do in life.
Yep.
I think in general, whenever we are starting any type of new objective per se, that's where you have to start. And a lot of that comes from the questions that you ask yourself when you're setting those goals. I tell people a lot, I deal with people's financial junk drawers. Like, more times you've made different financial decisions at different times of your life underneath different circumstances, whether it's first kid or second kid or third kid, and everything in between. Right. So whenever we sit down, those goals change too. And you have to have a strategy in place that can really shift with those goals, right? So if those goals have to shift mid-month for just some random reason, you have to have a strategy that can be moldable with that. And that's
right.
kind of when we sit down and create those, those strategies and put them in and implement them into place.
Right.
Really, what we're trying to do is dig deep into what is the actual objective for their life.
Yeah, because what people said in the past, if you don't have any goals, you're never going to get there, right? You're never going to meet them because you don't really know what they are.
Yep.
But some of the goals I've heard from folks are they don't want to worry about money in retirement. That's a pretty good goal.
Yeah, I mean, I think not worrying about money in retirement is everyone's dream, right? I think really and truly also creating ways for you to have accessibility to the capital today, but guaranteeing the ability to retire in the future, right?
Yeah.
And I think so many times in today's economy, we don't plan for the future. So many people I run into sit down and they don't actually have enough saved for where they're at in their life right now, and so we have to sit down and really get serious about what's the objective and what do they want to have happen.
It's never too soon or too late to start that, is it?
Exactly. It's never too late.
One of the things there's two different things we have in our life. We have wants and we have needs. Exactly. So we definitely need our written goals for our needs, but we also need to know what we want to really do, the fun things we want to do in the future. Yeah. Because if you haven't written those down and put a price to them, you don't know. You'll never know if you have enough money to do that. So put a price to them, factor inflation and taxation in too, and then look 30 or 40 years ahead many times for plans and make sure you're going to have enough money to do what you want to do all the way through your life.
Yeah, exactly. I 100% agree with you.
Folks, if you'd like to get started with your planning for retirement, make sure you have the goals correct. Just make sure you have that total financial plan that you deserve. You see the contact information on the screen. David and his team will be happy to get in touch with you and get you started as soon as possible.